Live look here in the Middle East. Chaos unfolding following the long rule of the Syrian president Bashar al-Assad, overtaken by rebels who swept into the capital of Damascus on Sunday.
Middle East correspondent Zach Anders live now with more on this.
It's a really surreal feeling. This is something that would not have been possible years ago. It wouldn't have been possible just days ago. Not because of rebel control, but because the Assad regime wouldn't let us in. These American journalists are turned around. We aren't allowed inside the country. Just now, I've passed through. We've been allowed by the Jordanian special access to get through their border crossing that they've closed for now. They say they're going to be allowing some of these Syrian refugees to return. And that's what we're seeing at every access point, every border around Syria. Are thousands of people streaming back into the country, the migration reversing. Now, you'll remember that there were millions of people that fled this decades-long civil war, this conflict inside the country. Those people now are getting the chance to come back to areas that they were totally prevented from reaching, where their families were, where their jobs were, and now they're streaming in. I came across the border with two men who also convinced the Jordanians to let them come in. They haven't been in their country in more than 10 years. They're coming back. They're going to see their mother and father for the very first time in 10 years. And that blue sign you see behind me says, "Welcome to the Syrian Arab Republic." So we're officially in. We're on our way to Damascus. That's the effort now. The crowds and the border control checkpoints, we're a little bit concerned right now about a curfew along this route because it now is under control of different factions. There is no government that is governing any of this. In fact, we rolled into a checkpoint here, a makeshift checkpoint that these Syrian men that live in the area have set up. They're keeping a list of everyone who's coming across. But other than that, there's no passport checks. We've just entered into Syria, guys. And we're hoping that by tonight we should reach Damascus and be able to bring you some live coverage from Damascus. But it's a long road ahead. We're not sure what exactly is coming next.
Yeah. Just incredible access, Zach. We know the Assad regime had been in charge for decades. That's now out. You've got Bashar al-Assad in Russia. What will you be watching for when it comes to leadership?
So the leader that is at the forefront of this military campaign that was successful, Jolani, this man is rebranding himself as we speak and is, to some, especially to the United States State Department, a wanted terrorist. He has since changed his tone. He has told the Christian population that this rule, and again, he's not in charge of this entire country. This is a bit like the Wild West right now. But whoever does emerge as the most prominent leader going forward, Jolani certainly is the one who has the most support militarily. He's the one that is right now capturing the nation's attention and capturing our attention for that matter as well. He's said to the Christian population that there will not be repression. He's also on some of the Telegram networks, the Syrian Telegram networks, told some of the more fundamentalist men not to be enforcing any of the hijab or the niqab rules for women, that is not what this movement is about. He says that we will not become Iran going forward. So the first signs, if he is to become and right now he seems to be the de facto leader, if he is to become the leader of this new popular movement, they're hoping for elections. We're not sure when that will be, but he is certainly right now the image of the military campaign and how successful it was. And now he's pivoting into a more populist role, and he seems to be capturing the support of Syrians. I'll caveat that I have just got here. I have not been able to speak to that many Syrians yet. So we'll be looking for on the ground where that support really lies and how people really feel their political representation, what that means to them going forward.
Yeah, all eyes are on Syria right now and see what happens next. Zach Anders, thank you so much for that report. We appreciate it. We'll wait for your next.
Thanks, guys.